Is it possible to achieve English fluency in 3 months? That's a good question, and we are going to talk about that today. Hey everyone, my name is Wes. This is Interactive English, which is all about helping you practice and improve your English skills. And today we have a bit of a discussion for you, as well as some vocabulary words that I want to teach you before you listen to the discussion. And we are going to talk about whether or not it's possible to achieve fluency in just a few months. But before I teach you the vocabulary, I want to talk to you about a special opportunity that will really help you achieve English fluency, and that is the Lingoda Marathon. Now, the LingoDe Marathon. This is a huge event, and not only that, this will be your last opportunity to participate in a marathon like this. But I'll get into details of the marathon in just a moment. If you don't know about Lingoda, Lingoda is an online language school where you can take classes in English, business English, German, Spanish, or French. And no matter what you're studying, you will learn with qualified native-speaking teachers. I've even taken some classes in Spanish with Lingoda. It was a great experience. The classes were small, and I had a lot of opportunities to speak. So let's get back to the marathon. When you participate in the marathon, you will take classes every day for 90 days. And the best part of all is that if you successfully complete the marathon, then you will be eligible for a 100% refund. And Lingoda has some flexibility because you can take either the full marathon or the half marathon. And for more information, I encourage you to click on the link in the description. Now, it's very important for you to know that this marathon will begin on September 23rd, 2019, and you must sign up for the marathon before September 9th. So the way it works is that you will pay a €49 deposit, and this deposit is to secure your spot in the marathon. But this €49 will be taken off your first month's payment. Again, click on that link in the description to learn more about cost, as well as how to qualify for that 100% refund. And for all of you at Interactive English, Lingoda is offering a €10 discount on the deposit. So when you click on the link in the description and you sign up for the marathon, just use the voucher code TALK7. So if you are absolutely serious about taking your English to the next level and you are willing to study every day for 90 days, then this marathon is for you. Click on the link in the description, sign up for the marathon, use the voucher code TALK7, and put yourself in a position to achieve your fluency goals. So now let's talk about the vocabulary that you will find in our conversation. The first word I have for you is foundation. This word is a noun, and what it means is the structure that is below the surface of the ground and supports a building. It could also support a house as well. So if you lay the foundation, you are going to build on top of that. When you're learning a language, you need to start with a foundation, and then you will build on top of that. Vocabulary, grammar, and all of that supports your fluency. The next word is plateau, and this can either be a verb or a noun, and the meaning is pretty much the same. It's talking about reaching a state where there is little or no change, especially after a period where there is a lot of growth and activity. So in language learning, you may be learning a lot and you're really growing and developing and you think everything is great, and then things might start to plateau and there's not as much change as before. Then we have an adjective, which is well-rounded. And if we say that somebody is well-rounded, it means that they are capable or knowledgeable in many different things. They have a variety of skills, which makes them well-rounded. Then we have dramatically. This word is an adverb, and it just means a large amount, a large extent. A synonym would be greatly. So you could say that somebody's skills are growing dramatically by a large amount. Next is a phrase, and that is at the end of the day. And this usually comes at the beginning of a sentence. Somebody would start it and say, at the end of the day. And this phrase is something you say before you give the most important fact about a situation. So before you reveal the most important information, you might start the sentence and say, well, at the end of the day, and then say what's important. At the end of the day, I hope that all of you learn a lot from our English lessons. Next is a phrasal verb, and that phrasal verb is pay off. So if something pays off, it just brings you some kind of benefit. Something is successful, there is some value added, and you could say that this thing pays off. Then there's an expression which is no pain, no gain. And people would say this as a standalone statement. And what it means is that You have to work really hard if you truly want to achieve your goals. Nothing in life comes easy. You really have to work for it. No pain, no gain. So those are the vocabulary words that I will highlight for you, and I want you to really pay attention as to how those words and phrases are used in context. Are you ready? Here is our conversation about whether or not it's possible to achieve fluency in just a few months. So I think to bring this back to what we were talking about, can somebody achieve fluency in just a few months? Part of the reason why we chose this is because we used to teach students all the time, and that was actually a common question. People would be like, I'm just here, I'm just gonna study for a few months. Will I be fluent afterwards? And it was a hard question to answer because so much of it depends on the individual. There are certain things that I think people would need to do to really achieve a high level of proficiency in a short period of time. And I guess one thing that I would say about fluency means different things for different people. Like what I consider fluency in a language might be different than what you consider fluency, because we've met people and they're like, oh, I want to become fluent in English, and they have a very high proficiency, and I'm thinking, well, like, you are fluent in English already. But I think if you do want to achieve a high level of fluency, there are definitely things that you can do every single day which will help you achieve those goals. So
yeah, I think it's super important if you want to be fluent in any language is to be able to build a foundation and to build a good habit, and kind of being consistent about your practice, because if you're not, then you're not, it's like you just kind of plateau, and you don't, your language doesn't go anywhere, it kind of stays the same, but B, like, you're not creating a good habit for yourself, and you're not setting yourself up to actually practice, and you have to take the time to do it. You have to be motivated.
Consistency is key.
Like Wes always, he's full of sayings. Always has these like one-liners, but it's the marathon, not the sprint kind of situation. That
learning a language is a marathon, it's not a sprint.
But the consistency, the the steadiness is what gets you there.
Yeah, exactly. So what would you suggest then that people, what skills should they study every day?
I'd suggest a couple things. One would be like whatever, first, like what they're more comfortable with, maybe, because it's more fun and easier to get into. If you hate reading, like, don't start making yourself like, I'm gonna read for an hour, because it's not gonna go anywhere.
But reading is very important.
Yeah,
think you should read every day, I think.
I know, but I mean, like, if you haven't done it in a while and you're about to start and you're like very, kind of nervous and like about, like, this is a big challenge. So you start a little bit each day, you build up to it. That's what I mean. Start with something you like, and then kind of build up on it.
That makes sense. I would say you definitely need it to be well-rounded. So even if you don't like reading, then I still think you should try to make that a habit, as well as like speaking every single day, writing every single day.
I mean, I was gonna say that no matter what, if you study and dedicate your time to learning a language every single day and put in the effort, you're going to get whatever level you're at. You're going to
going to continue improving. You will dramatically improve. Yes, that's true.
So regardless of whatever you consider yourself fluent and what the fluency is, you're going to improve your language level drastically.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think that is the key thing. That's the most important thing.
Focus on progress.
Well, is that you put yourself on a path to where you were continuously improving and getting better, until again you reach those, that fluency goal, or where you feel comfortable with the language, because that's what fluency, I think, means to me.
Enjoy the progress that you're making. Like, don't feel like, oh, like I have to get here. Like, enjoy and celebrate that you're awesome. You've been studying this whole time.
You guys are awesome.
That you've been putting in all this time, and that you're awesome too. It's true. That just celebrate the achievements that you make, because that's important, and that you just it helps you also get a better attitude, which helps it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, to me, I think fluency, when people are trying to define it is when you are comfortable with the language, you're comfortable speaking about a variety of topics, you can respond quickly, you can read a variety of books or articles without always running to the dictionary, and yeah, you can communicate, you can listen and understand and follow a conversation, follow a TV show. To me, that's what fluency means, and when I reach that point and I feel comfortable, then I would consider myself to be fluent.
And it does pay off. It really does. Like, just like with everything else, and it's worth it. If whatever you work hard for, it's worth working hard for.
It's actually, I think that was like leading into some other saying I thought you were going to go into, but
maybe I'm just not
I don't
thinking
know.
about it. I don't know.
But yeah, I think
No pain, no gain kind of thing. Is that what you wanted me to say?
No, I thought you were heading into some saying or expression, but it is possible, if you put in the energy, the dedication, you're practicing all the language skills, and then again, you're putting yourself in a position to where you, as a learner, are learning as fast as you possibly can. Yeah, don't you agree? What?
Pooped.
So I hope you enjoyed this conversation, this discussion about fluency and whether or not you can achieve it in a few months, which again, I think it's possible. You put in the work, you would be surprised at how much you will improve.
Slow and steady,
yeah. If you enjoyed this lesson, please hit that like button and write to us in the comments. Let us know what are you doing right now to improve your fluency? What are your fluency goals? What do you need to do to get better and achieve the level of fluency that you're looking for? Let us know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Okay, I really need to poop,
There.
man.
All right.
Like, I don't want
Done.